what's up with it, man? It's WHITEBOY on radio. If it's your first time here, smash that subscribe button, man, and check out the member section. Join perks if you're a existing subscriber. All right, we're going to talk about the Kyle Rittenhouse case and these crazy mandates that are going on. You know, Kyle Rittenhouse, I've touched on this a little bit in the past. I've done a couple shorts about him. You know, depending on, I want to first start this off with, depending on where you get your news from is where you're at on this case. I don't know what everybody knows about what happened here, but it was clearly simple if you got it from the right place. And where I got it, my information was I looked at Google and then I looked at DuckDuckGo when it first happened, and it was completely different. I'm talking about white, black. I'm talking about up, down, different. Okay. When I looked at Google, it told me it told me one side of things. Okay. Kind of painted him in the wrong picture. And for the average person who doesn't know how to use these alternative sources, I can only imagine how they feel. And when I looked at DuckDuckGo, I was able to find some, I wish I remembered the channel. It was like 3 college dudes with ties. They were breaking it down. I actually found it on accident. Then the morning after this happened, I was trying to find Mark Levin, and I found these guys. And they literally broke this thing down with videotape. Okay, people that had sent to them that were at this protest. And it's real simple. This dude, okay, he was defending himself. He was assaulted. Okay, he was hit skateboards. He was kicked. All right. You know, he was screamed at. He was literally there to give medical aid. A good young kid. Okay, he defended his life. Okay, and what happened. He is on trial now, and from what I'm understanding, it's going good. Okay, it's going good, and I'd like to see him. Look, I don't know what's gonna happen with the whole gun case, the gun part of it. Okay, because he was a minor and this and that. But as far as, you know, him having to do with life or something, he doesn't deserve that at all. Okay, you know, the DuckDuckGo thing versus the Google search was very different. Okay, if you have a chance, you know, do your own research on this very subject and see not only the bias, but see the difference in information, and then look at the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, and then take a complete different subject and throw it in there. Just use both sources. You know, it reminds me of, I was driving trucks for a company a few companies back. Okay, for those that don't know, I recently quit my job because of the jab, and I had to find another employer. Okay, and that was before this new OSHA mandate. Okay, which we'll get to in a second. Okay, but when I was driving the truck for said company, it was around election time, and when I drive a truck, you know, I'm by myself a lot of the day. I have a route to do, and I'm in there a lot of hours of the day. So one thing I always do as routine is put my little political stuff on in the morning. And I was very in tune to who I was going to vote for at the election. Everybody knows who I voted for. But the other side of the coin is I would ask certain customers I was all right with. Look, people don't like to talk about elections and politics. They just don't. It's uncomfortable. But it's in everything now. It's hard not to. So I asked this one guy that I used to always see all the time. He was a older man who has served his country before, and I thought I knew who was going to vote for. So when I asked him about what's going on in the country and who he's going to vote for, his answer was he did not like what Trump did to the military and to Russia. So what he was getting at me was, he was saying the whole Russiagate thing, and this is going back in the election time, which now the media is literally now admitting that or it's coming out that Russiagate was a complete hoax and complete lie. But it manipulated that old man, that veteran, okay, on how to vote. And not only that, I forget what lie it was about. It was the lie where Trump, they said that he said he didn't care about the military or whatever it was. It's already been debunked and all that. But what I'm saying is, they painted him to say something, he don't care about the military, or it was something, I honestly forget. But meat and potatoes is the old man bought it, okay? And at that very second, I had to catch myself, like, trying to explain to him how I knew that those two things were complete bullcrap. Now, the media had not, it wasn't coming out that those were lies yet. It was still circulating. So I'm looking like the crazy guy trying to explain it to him. So I kind of like just to diffuse the whole conversation. But it was sad. Here we have an older man that literally served our country, man, somebody I have respect for. And he was getting brainwashed and lied to enough to persuade his vote. This is somebody that went to the polls his whole life. But, back to changing companies for the jab, I'm on my second one now. I thought I made a big move. I did a thing on Instagram. It's a Fortune 500 company. And, man, look, they're backing employers into this thing now, man. They're backing employers into this thing now. It's one thing, I'm proud to say here that I haven't got it. Okay, I'm bucking with principle and with reason, but it's one thing for me to do it, and then another thing when they're coming after our employers. It's just ugly when they're doing it. People have to pay bills. We have to. You need money. It makes the world go round. You have to feed your family, and that's the boat that I'm in. You really have to. I don't know what's going to happen here. I literally quit a job because of this, and here I am in the new job, going through training and all that. Here I am again, getting pushed back into this very corner where I'm gonna have to make another decision. Look, I've changed my life. I'm still an ex-con though. I can't fix that. Okay, I've changed my life. I do things different. I'm positive as I can get. I try to live the right way, but I can't convince my employer, man. This thing here is way bigger than if you got the shot and I didn't. It doesn't matter about that, okay? I'm not getting it for my reasons. If you got it, God bless you. But it's way bigger than that, man. This thing here is about tyranny, man. And I just don't understand people that don't get this yet, man. That old man that I spoke with when I was driving trucks for that company, maybe now, if I was still with that company, if we had a conversation, maybe he'd be able to tell me that he can see about the Russiagate because it's circulating now that it was all a hoax, and maybe about that military thing too. Maybe now, maybe he could tell me just one thing he was wrong about. I don't know, but the point is, maybe he could find it. Many people don't see the tyranny. They're stuck in the division, man. It's one side versus the other, and to be honest, man, they both suck, man. You have to have common sense nowadays, and people are missing this, man. It's going right over their heads. If you got the jab, God bless you. I don't want it, but we should not be arguing. You should agree with me that it's your right to get it and mine not to. That's plain and simple. Free speech, man. You have to have it. You have to have it. If you got the jab, I want you to be able to say anything you want, and me too. But nowadays, man, people are getting too confused with this. Look, the way I vote, it is the way I vote. But when it comes to YouTube and comments, all you see is "Let's go Brandon" and this and that. Yeah, I get it. It's funny. I get it. But it's not enough, man. It's not enough. This thing is bigger than the division, man. This thing is deep. It's not gonna go away with "Let's go Brandon." It's not how it goes away. And it's just sad, man. Anybody that says these words nowadays, especially doing YouTube and on the channel, racist and white supremacy, it's almost like you feel not bad but sad for them people. It's anybody using those terms nowadays. You at least how I look at it is you have to feel sad for those people because it's 2021. There's been a black president voted not once but twice. People still using those terms. You have to feel sad for them. You have to feel sad for them because they are that brainwashed. It's one thing for the old man to not understand it, but for a young person to use those words, you have to feel almost pathetic for them because they're getting that brainwashed. It just doesn't make any sense, and it's way bigger than "Let's go Brandon," man. I don't know what end game is here. I really don't. It's not even people like me and you or the old man, they're literally just they're spraying people. Look at Aaron Rodgers and Kyrie Irving or Kwame, silenced and just made of buffoons, man. And it's so tribal, and that it's sick. It's cult like. You have to feel sad, but at the same time, if things continue like this, I mean, who honestly can say here that they're not trying, it's not diffusing, and everybody can see it, but there's some brainwashed people that get lost in it. I mean, how do people fix this? There is none. I've done videos on Australia trying to bring attention. I wish this channel was bigger. I wish I had a bigger platform, man. It's coming here, man. There's gonna be, it's coming here. And the point of this, man, is no matter how you look at this, let's go Brandon is not enough. It's just not enough. Thank God we got DeSantis here. Thank God. Most people want him to run for president. What you don't know about him is, he was in Congress before he was governor here. He's gonna run for governor again. Thank God. Selfishly, I want him to stay there. Okay, and selfishly, a lot of people want to run the country. People just, I don't get it, man. You got to go to the polls, man, and make this thing happen, man. I know a lot of people have lost hope in it, but it's just getting so ugly that I think what's going to happen, man, is we're definitely going to have some civil unrest, man. And at that point, it's what happens now? What happens at that point? You have to honestly think. A lot of people in the comments, man, I'm ready. Let's do it. Are you really though? Are you really? Because now you have wife, now you have husband, now you have kids. They're not ready. Maybe you are ready, but they're not ready. It's a lot bigger, man. I just don't get how lost you can get, man. I'm as patriotic as it comes, but you have to have common sense and think things through. It's a lot. It's one thing that I did pick up when I was inside a prison, man. You have to think before you act. People don't do that in social media. I didn't join certain gangs because, I didn't agree with everything they say. I vote one way, but I don't like every Republican. This is getting out of control. It's way bigger than Let's Go Brandon. We'll see. And the point of this, and then the title, man, is Kyle Rittenhouse. Look, he should slide on this charge. We can break down cases on this channel. We can talk about prison stuff and true crime, whatever. But anybody watching this video, if you're watching this video and you think he should be guilty, why do you feel like that? Why? You probably were the person who watched the Google thing, give the DuckDuckGo breakdown a go. Get some outside sources of information before you get so tribal on it. Because if you saw what I saw, this kid shouldn't even be in the courtroom. He should have probation for that gun. You know what I mean? And I hope he walks, because we've all seen what just happened with Chauvin and George Floyd. Now, I don't care which way you look at things on that case. I don't care which side politically you stand. The fact of the matter is if you know the outcome, and then after the outcome, what was said on a podcast by one of the jurors. One of the jurors clearly said, okay, that he wanted change so bad, and BLM has to get in the courtrooms. Okay, that's it. I mean, come on, man. He's not charged for that. Okay, these activists have also gone to the Rittenhouse case. Okay, thank God for the judge over there. He threw him out. Okay, because do people honestly know that information? I want you to ask yourself. Okay, it's where you get it from, man. The meat and potatoes. This video is don't be that old man. Okay, God bless that old man, but don't be him. And man, we gotta stop being so tribal, man, and we gotta start thinking, because these things are already here and happening. And who's ready? Until the next one, man. Stay out, stay safe, and stay solid, man. Who said white boys can't jump? Subscribe. Gotchas.